Hey, it's Elgin here, the Elgin and Polar Walker team, eXp Realty and eXp Proud. Hey, we're going to talk real quickly about a few things, 5 things actually, that as a homeowner, why you need to hire a realtor versus selling yourself. Now, needless to say, just like anything else, it doesn't mean that you as a homeowner cannot have success or successfully sell your own home. But here's 5 reasons why you probably want to hire a realtor and or just for you to be aware of and think about in your mind. So number one is limited exposure. I know that there is access and opportunities as a homeowner now that there weren't years ago. I've been doing this like so long that there were times when there was no avenues but say put your home in a newspaper type of a thing and for you to have any options to really sell it. And that's not the case. But your exposure is going to be limited. You figure that 80% of the homes that sell, 80% was the last figure that I looked at sometime late last year, that are done from agent to agent. An agent representing the buyer, an agent representing the seller. So if you are not with a realtor, you pretty much are hoping, concentrating on 20% of the market getting exposed to by your property, approximately, of course. There's just a lot of opportunities to get your home in front of buyers and agents that are representing buyers that you won't have if you only list quote unquote for sale by owner. So difficulty in pricing the home. Now, needless to say, you have access to certain types of comps and things like that. But there's more to properly pricing a home, getting it ready for market, getting it prepared, staged correctly. There's more to it than say, I know that my neighbor sold for 500, and I know my house is at least $20,000 nicer than theirs, so I should ask 550 and see what happens. Or you've got a family member or somebody who's sold a house recently, that type of stuff. There's more to it than that, and the price, especially the initial price, pricing it right the first time. You only get one opportunity for a first impression. So remember that. That's pretty big as well. Number 3 is negotiating. Now, when I say negotiating, I'm not just talking about price. Obviously, price and what your bottom line that you're looking to receive for the property are important, but you also got contingencies on physical inspections, appraisals. You've got a lot of stuff there to unpack. Closing costs, the buyers, the sellers. What if the buyer runs into difficulty and needs some assistance, either with the seller with some credits, or just things that come up in negotiations that I would suggest you have a professional do. Doesn't mean you can't do it, but like in anything else, you can do a lot of things in life, but you might want to have a professional represent you for them. Because normally, if it's a good professional, it turns out better for you to have a specialist that deals with that. So you definitely want to do that. Also, realize this is that just because you are for selling by owner at a homeowner and you do not have a realtor, you are still under the same laws as far as disclosures, all legalities that you would be if you were hired with an agent, if you hired an agent to work for you. So there's an awful lot of liability before, during, and after the sale that you legally expose yourself to if you don't have any representation. Again, if you got good representation, those are things that you have someone to do for you, work with you on, tell you what needs to be done, keep you in compliance, keep you in city and county and state codes. That stuff matters. That stuff matters. It's almost like, not having insurance. And it doesn't matter until you have an accident, right? Same type of thing in philosophy. And number 5, one thing to me that goes underrated is the time and the stress that comes with selling your home. Time and the stress meaning you need to be available for showings. I mean, if you're working or you have some things going where you can't show a property at a certain time, maybe that's the only time the buyer can come. Maybe you lose your buyer at that particular point. Again, if you're doing open houses Saturday and Sunday, if you're doing things that you got to do to hopefully get your home sold, and you're working, you got a family, you got kids, you got other stuff going on beside this, and you work at your real job, then it can be very stressful, very time consuming, and cannot be a good experience. There are many other reasons, and I can elaborate more on the reasons that we spoke now, but just to put something in your head, these are things that are important that can help you maximize your money, have you on the market for the least amount of time possible, make sure that you're legally compliant, make sure you negotiate the best opportunity and not just in price for yourself, take some of the stress off for you and your family, and get your goal accomplished. You have any questions? You want a market evaluation? Anything like that? Reach out to me at the Elgin and Walker team. We're here to help.